Hello. Someone has asked me to do a video on a bombarda, so here's the bombarda. First you put on the bombarda. This is a 25 gram floating one. Unlike when you fish normally with a float, there would be a rubber band or a stop knot here. There's no need for a stop knot because you're always in touch with it. After that, you put a bead there, and then this little thing, which is just a hollow bit of plastic, like a pen, you know, what you'd find in a pen. You can buy these, but there's no point. You can just make your own with any bit of thin plastic, really. And this prevents a lot of tangles. It really does. When I first started using these, when I first started using bombardas, you get tangled quite a lot. With this, it almost eliminates them. And it enables you to fish with longer leaders, which to my mind's a bonus, really. The longer the leader, the better, I think. So after that, you got another bead there, and then I've got a link swivel there. That's a 3-link swivel, not 100% necessary, but once again it does seem to prevent tangles. And then after that, you got your flies or whatever you want to fish. Now I always fish a dropper. People advise on bombardas to have a 2 meter long leader, but I like it more in the 3 meter range, really. You know, I think the longer the better. And then you come to a rod. The longer the rod, the longer the leader. It's as simple as that. I'm fishing today with a 10-foot rod, but you know, 11, 12 foot, 13 foot, absolutely fine. You don't need a heavy rod, really. Something, as I say, this is 25 grams. That's a floating bombarda. You can get slow sink, intermediate, and even faster sinking ones, depending on where you fish. Here I'm fishing today, it's quite shallow. Float one's fine. So basically, you set that up, you cast out, you let your fly sink, and then you retrieve it back. If you're in a place with a fast current, you probably don't need to retrieve yourself. You let the current do the work for you. I don't often fish a bombarda, but there are a couple of places where I always fish it. One of them's a sort of reef, which is too far to cast a fly fishing. It's very shallow. You can catch fish on a spinner there, but you lose a lot of spinners because it's shallow. And the bombarda's absolutely perfect for it. You cast out, the flies, you know, they sink, but they're not heavy. They don't get caught up, and you catch plenty of fish on them. And the other place is a very fast current where you can only get like the cast to the start of it, and the fish are further down it and just off the main current. If you fish a spinner on it, it just doesn't seem to work at all. It comes around far too fast. So they're the couple of places where I fished a bombarda. It's a good little method. I mean, I've never fished it in freshwater, but plenty of people do. But it's a good method for sea trout, and it's a good method for bass. You don't have to fish a fly on the end. Some people fish soft plastics. So it's entirely up to you. And as for retrieve, if you need to retrieve if there's no current, that's also up to you. I mean, you can do fast retrieves, twitchy retrieves, slow retrieves, whatever works. And of course, it's always worth experimenting with the retrieve. Yeah, that's about it. Not something I use that often, but it's a good way of catching fish. And in certain situations, it's the only way to catch a fish, really, if you haven't got a boat and you're fishing from the shore. So give it a go. Just, you know, the whole setup will cost you, what, €2-3 euros, something like that. It's not expensive. You never seem to lose many of them. And the best advice I can give you is fish as long a leader as you possibly can with them, and use a longer rod than maybe what you'd use for your normal spinning outings, you know, fishing lures. But yeah, it's a good method, and it catches plenty of fish. Hope that helps. And by the way, there are lots of videos on bombardas on YouTube, and most of them will be better than this one, so maybe you should watch them.